Hello, welcome back to Blender CC Live Funding. In this episode, I want to show you how I created this kind of like a porosity 3D typography with a symbol, the peace symbol. So the porosity means like a kind of like a material with a lot of holes, lots of voids. Porosity is the quality of being porous, full of tiny holes. So like a piece itself, it's full of tiny holes, but altogether it creates some kind of symbolic piece. So that's the message. But anyway, the breaking of this is the breakdown is pretty easy, even though the nodes seems complicated. If we just use a simple grid, so let me switch to the grid. You have seen this before. So with the grid, let's say if I increase the number of the grids, so it breaks down itself automatically using some kind of algorithm. And the secret is really split to instance, and we are splitting this grid based on the face using the group ID. You might have seen this already before. So we can use Voronoi pattern and just multiply it with the number. So, and it's dependent on the scale of the pattern. We can also use noise. So the noise have pattern. You can animate the pattern. Okay, so it's pretty simple. So let's say we stick with the Voronoi. So if the grid, we get something like that. Now how about the text or the symbol? The piece symbol is actually looking like this as ASCII. So let me switch back. So we get this. The ASCII, because the symbol have some kind of outline around it, we need to delete the geometry that's the outline of this symbol. So greater than 4, delete that. And then we need to realize instances. If we are using text, any text, we need to realize instances in order for it to work. So make sure you do this, and then after you do that, you fill the curve, subdivide the mesh as needed. You can merge by distance, this one to keep everything. This is actually really important to make it kind of triangulated, and also the size of the text will control the look. Okay, so you can subdivide it multiple times and then control the distance, and then we split the instance of this text that's subdivided. We split the face basically, and then just we can, oh yeah, I use realize instances here, so we can kind of blur, kind of smooth the outside of it, so it's make it more porous, like a bones. You don't need this, but just in case you wanna experiment. So that's the set position, is just to blur the position of the vertex. You can translate instances. If you keep it as instance, you can actually translate the instance ups and down if you want to. You can just turn this off, realize instances, and then extrude mesh, because originally it's a flat, and then you extrude the face randomly, make it more 3D. And then after you do that, I think you don't need to realize instances again, but you can subdivide and add more details using noise. So the noise here can give additional details. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I want to show you. It's pretty easy. Again, it's just text, and then you kind of subdivide it like using Voronoi pattern. But the secret is really to realize instances, because by default the text string to curve is actually an instance. So you need to realize that in order for this to work, yeah, and the rest just pretty easy. The I think split to instance is the most one of the most powerful nodes in geometry nodes. It splits areas of objects into separate elements, and so yeah, you can actually play around with this, and you can get the edge and then just use the edge, for example. So it's very, very interesting. All right, so hopefully you find this useful. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.